because we have a strong economy, because we that will reverse our economy. Yes. That will reverse our economy.
Welcome to this week's edition of From the House of Representatives on Kakaaki, the African Voice. I am Chukwuemeka Agoawike. Last week, the House of Representatives asked the executive arm of government to act decisively to stem the rising spate of suicide bombing by Boko Haram insurgents, which is now threatening the existence of the University of Maiduguri. The lawmakers want extraordinary measures applied to restore peace in the university, which has become a soft target for the insurgents.
Of the constancy of the attack, the atmosphere of peaceful learning is now threatened to the extent that the university is now considering total closure.
For 70 professors who moved out of that school because of threat of insecurity. For the fact that many students are moved out because of the threat of insecurity. Mr. Speaker, all hands must be on deck.
If things are not done in time and something happened again to University of Maiduguri, Mr. Speaker, I'm afraid the Northeast will psychologically elapse into another phobia of insurgents.
The activities of cultists in some communities in Rivers State also received the attention of the House. The lawmakers are asking the Inspector General of Police to curb the activities of these deadly groups.
The peace of the kingdom is being threatened by the presence of rival cult groups, such as Daywell and Debwa, whose activities have caused loss of life and massive destruction of properties, running into millions of naira, which has rendered many families homeless, and frequent clashes between the group have caused many residents to flee to the neighboring communities for safety.
We've had cases of murder, kidnapping, and even the proliferation of these cult activities. We have actually talked in different forums, we have actually moved motions, but this is a call that brings to bear the fact that security is key, and there is no way we're going to have any meaningful development if nothing is done. So I want to thank the mover of the motion and also call that the security agencies, all of them, they shouldn't just send the police stations or have it there, but they should do it across board and in the states.
The police was also asked to man the boundary between Abia and Akwa Ibom State to stop the frequent communal clashes in the area.
This problem of boundary disputes has been a recurring issue between the people of Ariameluelu and Abama people in Obo-Takara local government area. Mr. Speaker, the situation is deteriorating, and within few days, 2 people have been confirmed dead and so many other persons injured. I respectfully call on this Honorable House to intervene by ensuring that we have peace between these communities. We also call on NEMA to take action so as to protect those who have fled their homes.
A bill to establish a regulatory framework for the water resources sector in Nigeria has scaled the second reading at the House of Representatives. The objective of the bill is to ensure that issues relating to allocation and use of water resources are adequately identified and managed at the river basin level by those who are most likely to be affected by an adverse occurrences.
The water sector, which sustains and cuts across this country, which is actually necessary and required, both even on the commercial level and for the sustenance of livelihood of Nigerians, is just as critical as the petroleum industry bill.
Because of the important nature of water, all the stakeholders, the state government, the private sector, and the public sector had to be carried along. Issues relating to ownership of water, this bill wants to take ownership of the assets of the river basin authorities, irrigation facilities, dams, and all that back to the catchment areas, where for the first time, the state governments are going to have representation on the boards of these river basins.
A look at the activities of various committees. The Public Account Committee has directed the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority to return to the government cover the sum of 6.7 million naira allegedly misused by the agency. The committee, during a probe of compliance with budgetary allocation by government agencies, discovered a lack of transparency and accountability in the manner the regulatory authority spent funds allocated to it.
So sometimes when we say these things from here, we keep telling you we are not here to persecute you. When you come before us and you see things that are so glaring, you now make us look like you are calling us fools, make us look stupid. For the other infractions that you admitted, did we waste time to say, we forgive you?
And you are telling us that, look, no payment will be made without internal auditor. And you are saying the Auditor General of the Federation lied. But your documents are proving otherwise because they don't be they don't have any sign that the auditor saw it.
The one that is very glaring clear, the same filling station, 4 tanks of fuel. The individuals involved, I have ascertained from them, and they're still in service, as you said. As a matter of fact, since I came into the authority, we are trying a lot to do the right things, to try to work in the way I know that the authority needs to do.
The Committee on Commerce held a public hearing on a bill to amend the Oil and Gas Free Zone Authority Act 2011. The proposed legislation will provide for the designation and establishment of a sub-zone. That's our package from this week's edition of From the House of Representatives. I am Chukwuemeka Agwawike. Enjoy the rest of the program.
Because we have a strong economy, because we that will reverse our economy. That will reverse our economy.